Hello everyone, I welcome you all to KR CBSE School Without Online Classes. So in previous class we completed 6th chapter triangles. So today I will start with new chapter coordinate geometry, which is 7th chapter. So here in coordinate geometry, most basically you know that what is x-axis and y-axis. The distance of a point from y-axis is called x-coordinate. Here, the distance of a point, suppose consider this point, the distance of a point from this y-axis is called as x-coordinate. Is that the distance of a point, the distance of a point, consider for example A, and this is x-axis and this is y-axis. The distance of a point from y-axis is called x-coordinate. Like that only, the distance of a point from x-axis, the distance of a point, suppose for consider point B on y-axis, the distance of point B from this x-axis is called as y-coordinate. And the more important thing here is the coordinate of a point on the x-axis are of the form. You know that the coordinates of point here, for example A, the coordinates of point A on x-axis are in the form of x comma 0. Always on x-axis y coordinate will be 0. Therefore, the coordinates of a point on x-axis are in the form of x comma 0. Like this only, the coordinates of the point on y-axis are in the form of 0 comma y. Always the point which is on y-axis coordinates will be in the form of 0 and y. The coordinate value of x value on y-axis will be 0. Therefore, here it is 0 comma y. Here it is x comma 0. And here in this chapter, most basically what we will learn here, we will find the distance between two points whose coordinates are given. So here, what we will learn here in this chapter, we will find out distance between two points. Suppose here two points will be given A and B with coordinates. For example, consider 3, 5 are the coordinates of point A and 4, 2 are the coordinates of point B. So here what we will find out the distance between these two points by using these two coordinate values. So here we will learn how to find out the distance between two points whose coordinates are given, and also we will learn to find the area of triangle formed by three given points. So we will find out area of the triangle. Suppose one triangle is given with coordinates of 3 points. This triangle is formed by 3 points A, B, C and coordinates also given x1, y1. Suppose for example consider here x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. By this information we will calculate the area of the triangle. And again what we will learn here, and here to find the area of the triangle formed by three given points. So here we will also learn how to find coordinates of the points. We will find coordinates of the points. Suppose for example, consider one straight line here. A and B are the 2 points. We will find out coordinates of the points which divides a line segment joining two given points in a given ratio. So here, if these 2 points are joined with this line and this line is divided by in the ratio of m is to n. M may be any number, for example consider 3, and n is any number, for example consider 2. For example here, this line AB is divided in the ratio 3 is to 2. By using this, we will find out coordinate values of point A and point B. So here we will learn all these things. So what we will learn here in this chapter, when 2 points are given with coordinates, we will find out the distance between 2 points, and we will find out area of the triangle. When 3 points are given with coordinates, and we will also find out the coordinates of 2 points when the ratio of division of that line is given. Here for example, I have taken m is to n. For example, m may be 3 and n may be 2. 3 is to 2. When this information is given, we will find out coordinates of A and B. Okay, so now first I will start with this distance between 2 points. So for this, we have to find out distance formula. What is that? We will find out distance between 2 points A and B, and coordinates will be given. So for this, first we will find out distance formula, which will help us to find out distance between 2 points or length of this line. So now we will discuss distance formula. So for what purpose this is used? To find out the distance between 2 points when coordinates are given. So now here consider this diagram. Let us now find the distance between any 2 points. We will consider 2 points P and Q, and coordinates of point P is x1 and y1. These two are coordinates of point P, and x2 and y2 are the coordinates of point Q. So now what we did, we considered 2 points P and Q, and coordinates of P are x1 and y1, like that. Coordinates of point Q, x2 and y2. Draw PR and QS. Draw PR and QS. So we will join PR and QS perpendicular to x-axis. So this PR and QS are perpendicular to x-axis. This is x-axis. A perpendicular from point P on QS is drawn to meet at the point T. A perpendicular is drawn from point P. This is the perpendicular from point P on OS is drawn to meet at point T. This is point T. So write this all theoretical part by referring the textbook, which is given in page number 158. In page number 158, they have given this. Before solving this distance formula, finding out distance formula, first we should draw this diagram and write the theoretical part. What they are given here? Consider 2 points P and Q. Coordinates of P and Q are x1, y1, x2, y2, and draw perpendicular PR and QS to x-axis and draw perpendicular on point P to get the point T. And before writing distance formula in notes, means in fair book, write what is the x coordinate and y coordinate. They are given in textbook. So coordinate geometry chapter number 7 first page open adale page number 155 alli what is the x coordinate, what is y coordinate, a theoretical part notes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದು next continue with distance formula. So before writing or before calculating distance formula, first theoretical part diagram. After this, what you should write? How you got this diagram? Consider these 2 points and coordinates. You should write all those things. They are given in page number 158. So after this, now I will continue. Then so here length of OR, they are given here three coordinates are x1, y1, means this x1 is the length of the, this x1 coordinate is the length of the x-axis. Here OR is equal to x1. See here carefully, P coordinates are x1 and y1. Always this x indicates what? Always x indicates length of the x-axis. So here point P is up to here point R. So here length of OR is equal to x1, right? Next, here again we will consider x2. Point Q coordinates are x2, y2. Again x2 indicates length of the x-axis only. So parallel to Q, S point is there. Therefore, length of OS is equal to what is that? x2. So here OR length is x1 and OS length is x2. Why? Because always x coordinate indicates length of the x-axis, length of the side in x-axis. Now we will consider this y coordinates. So this y indicates length of the line in y coordinates. Now they are given here also. SQ. Before writing SQ, first we will write PR. Length of the PR. What is that? Y1, y coordinate. And after this, length of SQ is y2. SQ is y2. So now, what we will do? We will apply Pythagoras theorem for this triangle. Here it is perpendicular line. Point P. From point P, what will be perpendicular line at point T means this is perpendicular, means this PQ is hypotenuse. So now what we will do? Apply Pythagoras theorem. Applying we will apply Pythagoras theorem here. So now here in triangle PQT we will apply Pythagoras theorem. Therefore PQ is the hypotenuse. What we can write here? PQ square is equals to PT square plus QT square. You already know about Pythagoras theorem. So here PQ square is equal to PT square plus QT square. So now what we can do here? PQ square is equals to, so here this PT is equals to RS, right? Pt is equals to Rs. So here what I will do, OS minus OR. Pt is equals to this length of Pt is equal to Rs. So to get this Rs, what I will write here, OS minus OR. Because we know that length of OS is x2, length of OR is x1. Therefore, to get this length of RS, what we can write here? OS minus OR. OS minus OR means what you will get? Length of RS. So here OS minus OR. OS minus OR whole square plus QT. QT means here. This is length of QT. So now to get this QT, what I will write? QT. This is length of QT. We will consider this full length QS. QS minus PR. PR is parallel to TS, therefore length of PR is equal to TS. So first we will consider full length QS minus TS or PR, because this PR is parallel to TS and one perpendicular line is drawn from point P. Therefore PR is equal to TS, we know here. So therefore QS minus PR means what you will get? This length QT only. So here QT square, this QT square, what we did here in next step? Full length QS square minus PR square. QS square minus PR square means what you will get? QT square. So here now PQ square is equals to OS means here length of OS is x2. Next OR, length of OR is x1 here. x2 minus x1 whole square plus here QS, length of QS is y2. Here we have written SQ is y2 or QS is also y2. Therefore here we have written y2 minus PR. PR means what is that? Length of PR is y1. Here also we have written PR is y1. Therefore y2 minus y1 whole square. Therefore what we got? PQ square is equals to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. But here we have to calculate the distance between point P and Q. So we should get the distance of PQ. So to get PQ, what we can do? Here it is PQ square. Now I will consider only PQ. So when you consider PQ, here it becomes square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the distance formula. Distance between point P and Q is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. But before writing all those things, in notes you should write theoretical part. How you considered point P and Q, coordinates of point P and point Q, and how you considered perpendicular line to x-axis. You should write all those things, which is given in page number 158. So now I hope you are clear with this distance formula. So after this, they are given 3 example problems based on distance formula only. So those are solved problems in textbook. Try to solve those problems. So if you got any doubts, you can contact me anytime. So now I will solve one problem from exercise 7.1, which is based on distance formula only. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ವಿತ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ 7.1 ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಓನ್ಲಿ. So here in exercise 7.1 in first problem what they have given, find the distance between following pairs of points. So they are given 2 points here. We have to find out distance between these 2 points. They are given coordinates of 2 points. We have to find out length of the side or distance of the side. So now what we will do first, we will consider this 2 and 3 as x1 y1. 2, 3 as x1 y1 and this 4, 1 is x2 y2. So now we all know distance formula. Distance between two points equals to square root of what is that? x2 minus x1 whole square. x2 is 4 and x1 is 2. Therefore 4 minus this 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. y2 is 1 and y1 is 3. Therefore here 1 minus 3 whole square. So now 4 minus 2 means what we will get? 4 minus 2, 2. 4 minus 2 equals to 2 and 2 square means what we will get? Answer 4. And plus 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3 means what we will get? First here I will write 4 minus 2 means 2. 2 square plus 1 minus 3 means plus into minus minus. So you have to subtract. 3 minus 1 means 2 and the sign in front of higher value is minus. Therefore minus 2 whole square. So now 2 square means 4 plus minus 2 square means what you will get? 4 only. Therefore square root of 8 will get, and this square root of 8 can be written in the form of 4 into 2. 4 into 2 means 8. Why we considered 4 into 2 only? Because we know square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 4 is 2. Therefore, in the place of 8, we have written here 4 into 2. So now we can write 4 into 2 means when we take this 4 outside of this square root of 4 is 2. Therefore, 2 root 2 is the distance between these 2 points. 2 root 2 units is the answer. What we did here, we will consider x1, y1, x2, y2 values from the given points. By using this, we will calculate distance between 2 points. So now, again they have given another 2 problems in first main question only, exercise 7.1. So try to solve those 2 problems also. Same, ಇದೇ ತರ ಎರಡು coordinates values ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So you have to find out distance between those 2 points. Again there are 2 problems under first main question only in exercise 7.1. So I hope you all are clear with this problem. So next class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು second problem ಇಂದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So you have to write in introduction part what is x coordinate and y coordinate, and how x coordinate values will be represented and y coordinate values will be represented. They have given this in textbook in page number 155. Already I explained this. And after this you should write distance formula. So before writing calculation part of distance formula, you should draw that diagram and write the theoretical part which is given in page number 158. So after that, find out distance formula. After that, solve 3 examples which is based on distance formula only. Adadmele exercise 7.1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ first main question. So this is the first question under first main question of exercise 7.1. So again they have given 2 problems under first main question only. So those 2 problems are very similar to this problem only. They are given 2 pair of coordinate values. So you have to find out distance like this only. So try to solve all these problems. If you got any doubt, you can contact me. So in next class, I will continue with second problem of exercise 7.1. Thank you all.